Imagine this. You're standing outside on a calm, sunny day when suddenly, out of nowhere, a tiny sewing needle, yes, just an ordinary needle, comes hurtling toward Earth. But this is no ordinary fall. This needle is moving at the speed of light. That's 300,000 kilometers per second. To put that in perspective, in the time it takes you to blink, this needle could circle the Earth more than 7 times. Now here's the terrifying question. What happens when something so small but moving that fast collides with our planet? The answer is far more mind-blowing than you think. First, let's understand the basics. A sewing needle weighs less than a gram. It's practically nothing. But when you give it the speed of light, the laws of physics go insane. At that speed, its energy wouldn't be measured in joules like a bullet. We're talking about energy on the scale of atomic bombs. In fact, the kinetic energy of a single gram traveling at the speed of light is equivalent to hundreds of millions of nuclear warheads detonating at once. Yes, you heard that right. One needle, 1 gram, could unleash destruction greater than all the nuclear weapons on Earth combined. So what happens at the moment of impact? The needle wouldn't just pierce the ground like a dart on a dartboard. The instant it touched the Earth's surface, the energy would release in a violent explosion. Not just a fireball, something closer to a miniature sun forming at the point of impact. Temperatures would reach unimaginable levels, vaporizing everything in the immediate area in an instant. The shockwave would rip across the planet, flattening entire cities hundreds of kilometers away. Now, think about the crater it would leave behind. For comparison, the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs 66 million years ago was about 10 kilometers wide and released the power of billions of nuclear bombs. Our needle, despite being tiny, would create devastation approaching that level because of its insane speed. The crater could be several kilometers wide, and the blast could throw debris high into the atmosphere, blocking out sunlight. Imagine living in a world suddenly plunged into darkness, crops failing, ecosystems collapsing, and temperatures dropping like a nuclear winter. But here's where it gets even more insane. At the speed of light, relativity tells us that the mass of the needle would effectively become infinite. That means the Earth wouldn't just be hit by a small piece of metal. It would be hit by an object carrying infinite energy. In reality, the Earth wouldn't survive. The needle would rip through the planet's surface, explode with unimaginable force, and potentially shatter the Earth itself. Let's pause for a second. A sewing needle, something so harmless, so ordinary, could, if traveling at light speed, destroy our entire world in the blink of an eye. It's a reminder of just how fragile our existence is when compared to the raw laws of physics. But wait, could such a thing even happen? The answer is no. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, no object with mass can reach the speed of light. The amount of energy required would be infinite, which is impossible. Light itself can move that fast because it has no rest mass. For a solid object like a needle, even approaching a fraction of that speed would take more energy than exists in the observable universe. So while this what-if scenario is terrifying, it's purely hypothetical. Still, thinking about it teaches us something important. Physics isn't just about formulas, it's about perspective. It shows us how even the smallest object can hold the power to rewrite the fate of an entire planet if the rules of the universe allowed it. So the next time you hold a needle, don't just think about sewing a shirt. Think about how, under impossible circumstances, this tiny piece of metal could rival the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. A reminder that in the universe, size doesn't always matter. Energy does. And that's the chilling answer to the question, what if a needle hit the Earth at the speed of light?